High in the rugged Rif Mountains of Morocco, where the peaks seem to scrape the belly of the clouds, lies a city that seems to have captured the sky itself and pulled it down to earth. Chefchaouen, the Blue Pearl. From a distance, it appears not as a city, but as a geological miracle, an ocean spilled from the heavens and frozen onto the mountainside. Its color is a calming whisper in a world of noise, a silent, pervasive melody that has called to travelers, poets, and dreamers for generations. But this overwhelming, impossible blue is not a work of nature. It is a work of man. It is a collective prayer, a shared dream made visible, a promise that must be renewed each year. And so, the quiet question arises on the wind. Who is the keeper of this promise? Who is the guardian of the blue? His name is Rahal, and his world does not truly begin with the sun, but in a small, damp, stone-walled workshop long before it, a place that smells of lime, wet earth, and something uniquely sweet. Here, he is an alchemist, but his obsession is not with turning lead into gold. His life's work is the mastery of a single, humble color. His ritual is ancient and precise. He does not pry open a can of paint. He creates it as his father and his grandfather did before him. He begins by mixing the show, the white lime wash that is the body of the paint, with water, not with a tool, but with his bare hands, feeling its texture, its coolness, its readiness. Then comes the secret, the soul of the color, the nila, the indigo pigment, a powder as fine as dust and as deep as the night sky. He adds it little by little, not by measurement, but by memory, by the instinct that lives in his eyes, until he achieves that perfect, ethereal, otherworldly shade of blue that is the city's very soul. Long before the first haunting call to prayer echoes through the valley, while the city is still deep in sleep, bathed in the cold, silent mountain mist, Rahal begins his journey. He is a ghost in his own town, a familiar spirit that no one sees. With his large metal bucket of blue in one hand and his old wide brush in the other, he walks through the empty, silent alleyways. He is not a worker on his way to a job. He is a guardian making his rounds, a doctor tending to his patient. The only sound is the gentle, rhythmic slap of his old leather babooshes on the wet stone, a sound that the sleeping walls know by heart. That, and the quiet, heavy sloshing of the blue paint in his bucket, a liquid sky waiting to be spread. He finds his first canvas of the day, a small patch of wall near a fountain where the previous year's blue has faded to a pale, tired grey, a wound in the city's blue skin, and he begins to paint. His movement is not rushed. It is a slow, rhythmic, almost meditative dance. The scrape of the thick brush on the rough, porous wall is a form of gentle percussion. Each stroke is a prayer. Each stroke is a memory. He remembers being a small boy, so small the paint bucket felt like an anchor, following his own father on these same pre-dawn walks. He remembers the cold air on his face. He remembers his father finally handing him the brush for the first time, his large hand enveloping his own, and saying, "You are not painting a wall, my son. You are healing the city's wounds. You are keeping its dream alive for one more year." As he works, restoring the perfect blue, Rahal is not truly alone. He is having a silent conversation with the city he loves. He greets the sleeping street cats, curled like blue commas on the blue steps, their fur damp with morning dew. He nods to the old studded wooden doors, each one a different character in his story, each with its own history of openings and closings. He is often asked by the few who see him, why blue? His father told him it was the color of the sky and the sea, a reminder of God's infinite presence. Others say it was a tradition brought by Jewish refugees fleeing Spain centuries ago, the color of divinity, a piece of the heavens on earth. For Rahal, the reason is simpler and deeper. Blue is the color of peace. It calms the eye, and it soothes the soul. And his life's work is to spread this peace. One wall, one step, one archway at a time. As the sun finally rises over the mountain peaks, its first rays spilling into the alleyways and warming the newly painted blue walls, the city begins to wake. Doors open. The smell of baking bread begins to fill the air. Soon, the tourists will arrive, their cameras and phones eager to capture the impossible beauty of the blue pearl. They will take thousands of photographs of the walls, the doors, the steps. They will capture the result of Rahal's work, but they will never see the artist himself. By then, he's already vanished, his buckets cleaned, his work for the day done. His legacy is not a signature on a painting. His legacy is a feeling. It is the collective, involuntary sigh of peace from every person who wanders, lost and happy, through these quiet, blue streets. At the end of his day, Rahal sits on the floor of his humble home, drinking a glass of mint tea. He looks at his hands. They are old and wrinkled, but the blue is ingrained deep into the lines of his skin, a permanent tattoo under his fingernails. It is a part of him now. He knows the summer sun will beat down, the winter rain will wash the walls, and his beautiful blue will inevitably fade again, like a memory. And he knows, with a quiet certainty, that he will be there before the next dawn to mix his colors and begin his silent walk once more. His work is never truly done. It is a promise he made to his father, and a promise he makes to his city, renewed with every single sunrise